What's up, guys? Lindsay here. Got Iron Fist number 76. You know what? I think Iron Fist is like in this weird bubble where the like female writers. Well, actually, I don't know if a female wrote this. I'm gonna guess no. But like the bad element of Marvel, they just didn't even want to touch it because it's like martial arts. So I think it's like in its own. Oh, it's like protected itself from the badness. Now let's look at this cover. So, oh man, it's so great. It's shown by Jeff DeCall. Follow him on Instagram. He does commissions. His work is incredible. I really like the yellow green on Iron Fist and Sabretooth in this, and Sabretooth's got that jutting underbite. Like, you know, he's got it. He has an underbite. Don't fool yourself. And I'm such an idiot. I'm totally new to the Iron Fist comics, right? This is the second one I've ever read. It's dope. Definitely go get it. But it's been out for a minute. But the thing I didn't connect to was in the last issue, Choshin, the bad guy of this, he needed an Iron Fist hand and the Book of the Iron Fist to enter Kunlun. That's the whole deal with unwrapping like the werewolf hand. I didn't put that together because I'm new to this guy. Whatever. So really, if Kunlun was real, you can get there. You're just a regular old average Joe. You can get there if you know kind of the vicinity of where an Iron Fist may be buried, and you don't have any qualms with grave robbing and dismemberment. I mean, you get the Book of the Iron Fist, all you gotta do is find a hand, and there's probably been a couple Iron Fists, so you just go chopping hands up until you get in. I mean, Kunlun from this doesn't seem too great, but for some reason you want to get in there. You can do it if you get the book and you're okay with dismembering hands. I'm just saying. So, the very last thing that happened in the last issue was Choshin's gang, they're all for Kunlun, they've gone through the portal, and Iron Fist and Sabretooth are right on their tail. They're fighting it out. And we see Choshin, look at this guy, he sucks. And he's like, "Don't worry, dear, we're here to save you from the ineptitude that has plagued this once great city. Beware anyone who says they want to save you, they're up to no good." If Elon Musk was like, "Lindsay, I want to save you," I'd be like, "Elon, get out of here. You got skeletons in your closet, man. You're gonna do something bad to me. I've seen enough horror anthologies to know you want to save me is the opposite of what you want to do." And we see this figure, which it's a woman, but could you have guessed that? I don't know. Turn around and leave. Turn your army around and leave Kunlun. So she's in charge, and we see that she actually looks. I don't mind the way she looks, and she's blind, and she's doing that thing where she wraps cloth around her eyes. It reminds me of like Kin Shi from Mortal Kombat. I think one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters. Probably my favorite one if you disqualify Scorpion and Sub-Zero and stuff, because you can't. Everybody's favorite Mortal Kombat character is Scorpion. I don't want to hear that it's not. I like the red on her, and you know, blind people would look so much more terrifying if they did this look. If they did the wrapped cloth around instead of like sunglasses, because I see that anytime I've seen a person with that, they know all the martial arts, and I'm definitely not going to tell them I'm handing them. Or telling them that they handed me $1 when really they handed me like 100. Why are all blind people super successful? I don't know. Look, it's maybe every blind person was like, "Look, devil, I will give up my sight for being super good at piano." I don't know what it is about blind people and piano, but they all love it. Very cute. Perhaps you can run off and find the UT. I guess that's how you say that. I'd like to talk to the person in charge about the terms of your surrender. She said, "My name is Sparrow. I'm the UT, and I've already told you there will be no negotiations. And there sure as hell will not be any surrender." I know we got this thing right now in comics where women are like tough and stuff, and we don't like it, but she totally proves herself, and she looks like a woman. I mean, she's less than a woman because she's blind. I just lost the entire blind comic audience. And he says, "A woman, a blind woman." See, I'm not the only one who has this sort of reaction. Is whom Kunlun has chosen to lead them in these tough times. Women are not meant to know kung fu, let alone lead a people. That reminds me of the Futurama, Leela's like kung fu guy. No. I want to do a really quick exercise, everybody. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Listen to my soothing voice. Let's picture you're at a mystical kung fu village, and maybe you've just happened upon it. You're starving. You need water. You're willing to learn all the kung fu to get just a little bit of bread. Not a carrot, though, because carrots are lame. And the person who's in charge is approaching you. Is that person a woman? No, it isn't! That's okay, though. That's okay. They can know kung fu. There are women doing kung fu in the Shaw Brothers movies from like the 70s. But when I'm thinking kung fu, I'm thinking man kung fu. So she calls him a pig-headed man, which even in Kunlun they have our euphemism, okay? And then she just kicks the shit out of Choshin, and you know she's the real deal because she's got those special type of shoes. And I don't know if this works with anatomy because, like, her body is pointed this way, and it looks like, her left leg is going that way. But maybe Kunlun focuses a lot on flexibility. I'm not flexible at all. In my endeavors and in my body. And then we cut back to this comic is mostly about Sparrow and Choshin, and I'm not upset about it. It's dope. So Danny and Sabretooth are there. And he's looking for Choshin, and he hits this guy with it. Early dawn death strike. I love this, and I think it's silly. He hits him with it, and it turns out that this guy is the Eel of Blessed Waters. That is a super good total martial arts. I buy that as a name. But then it made me think of Amazing Spider-Man #2. And like, Jamie Foxx could have been the Eel of Blessed Waters, and that could have been a totally different movie. And he's just like rippling with muscle. He looks scary. He's got tribal tattoos on his head. Wait, doesn't Jamie Foxx have tribal tattoos on his head? Jamie, this could have been you. Jamie. Can we go back in time? Let's do Amazing Spider-Man #2. Peter Parker versus the Eel of Blessed Waters. Well, that sounds like an independent film. I'd watch it. He was like, you were lucky once, Iron Fist. Every mongrel... Bleh. How often do I use that term? Mongrel has his day. And you're like, oh man, this battle is about to go down. He's got electricity powers. He's got the Iron Fist powers. This is gonna be dope. Especially because I never heard of this guy. I like sea creatures. I'm willing to forget that he has the tribal tattoos on his head because people make mistakes, man. How many of us out there have millions upon millions of tribal tattoos all over, riddled all over their bodies? That's why I'm wearing long sleeves, because I'm very self-conscious about my kung fu tribal tattoos I have. So what? Just picture what you think the next panel is going to be. Just picture it. And I'm going to ask you, was it this? Was it Sabretooth? And today sure as hell ain't yours. Was it Sabretooth Kraken? The eel was... I've already forgotten. The Eel of Blessed Waters? Nick? This is good. This was the danger. This is the danger. When you bring in Sabretooth, it's risky. And I really like that they utilize Sabretooth. Because in the previous issue, Sabretooth, he gets a little, emotional at the end because he wants to avenge the Constrictor's kid, right? But now, yes, I didn't want her to be all mushy. You bring in Sabretooth, somebody's gotta die. You're not, there's not gonna be no body count when you have Sabretooth. So, the writer's utilizing Sabretooth. And it's totally in line with his personality. And of course, Danny's like, what? We agreed, no more killing. No, we did not. Yes, back in the rooftop suite. You asked me to stop. I didn't agree. And also, this art is super cool. Excuse me if I thought you wanted to save the place instead of standing around flapping gums with some low-rent submariner. He's roasting him over his corpse. That's how you know you made it. When you've killed a person and you're still ripping on them like, God, I wish I was that OG, but I'm not there yet. I have to first even think about hurting another human being. I'll get there. I'll get there, guys. It's like, in case you ain't noticed, Choshin has waged war on your city and people are going to die. You don't want it to be Kunlun folk, then you're gonna have to man up and make some tough choices. Now let's roll so I can find the turd. That's a little outdated to me. Who hurt Frank's kid and pay him back in kind. Yeah, that's what Danny needs. Danny needs somebody who's way tougher, who's willing to take the risk here. And that's what Sabretooth is doing. And it's just, I'm really glad they utilized him, because they could have, I was worried about it, because I haven't seen Sabretooth in a lot of stuff, and he's dangerous. So I was afraid they were just like, let's pick somebody who sounds cool, Sabretooth, drop him in, and have sort of a generic thing going on. But he's giving them some tough talk that Danny definitely needs to hear. Cut back to Sparrow and Choshin. They're fighting it out, and Choshin, even though, you know, he's a bad guy, I do like his blades. I do like that they shing. These things are bound to happen when women's heads are filled with notions of grandeur. No matter. Ching ching. Was that racist? I'll happily pluck those wings of yours. And then they have this awesome fight scene. Like, a thing that I've noticed in the D&C stuff is women, they just do one punch and it's over. Because that's exciting. That's an exciting fight. Can you imagine martial arts movies if every single fight was like one punch? That would be awful. So they're actually fighting. He's actually getting hits in, even though she's a woman. Even though she hits him with that Raging Bull straight punch. He's got the blades. They're kicking and stuff. It's very exciting. Like, he hits the ground with his blade and she jumps back because she's a badass. She's a sparrow. They're known for hopping. I don't know. Either surrender or I will end your life. And she says never. See, that's what I'm okay with. Like, I don't have this saying against, like, tough women. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice this. It's like they had the silhouette, even more silhouettes of them fighting. On top of the already cool, like, fight choreography. I don't have a problem with tough women. I think in this context of Kunlun, it's in a war, basically. Yeah, you can be tough. But Captain Marvel, none of that. But this lady has proven herself. She's trying to protect her city. It makes sense. And she's actually fighting. That's the main point of here, is a woman is actually fighting, and a man is hitting her, she's hitting a man, it's very equal, and they treat her just like Iron Fist, you know, he's getting, with the labeling of what her moves are, and she's not going to surrender. It's great. And now we are back to the reason that Sabretooth is here, which is because of the rat of 12 plagues. He's also come through, and he's biting some kitties, because kids are easy to kill. Like, come on. We all know. So he wants revenge on him. He's like, alright, Playboy, let's see how you do against someone your own size. And he's like, more meat for me. And another thing that is good here is the utilization of Sabretooth. This is why he fits in the story, is he is immune to the Rat of 12 Plagues. Any other character, aside from people with, like, accelerated healing factor, they'd have a real issue with this guy who's kind of a bum. He's a rat. He's a snitch. But not Sabretooth. We're back to, oh yeah, this. Surprises me that a man who thinks so little of women still feels he has to bring weapons to fight one. Such a mouth on you. And, Danny's, that's true. If you need a weapon to fight somebody, you can't actually fight them. Now, I think, like, what is it? If you kick someone while they're down, it's considered assault with a deadly weapon. And if a man makes a really bad joke of, I gotta get these registered, yeah, he can't actually. I'm just saying, if you're gonna beat a woman, do it with your fists, please. Let us be hit with dignity. Hit me with a karate chop. I'll love you. I'll love you forever. We'll get married. Danny he's making his way to Sparrow and Choshin, because they've been battling this whole time. He runs in, and Sparrow tells him to stand down. This is her city. That's how, like, awesome a leader and a character this woman is, because she's keeping up with Choshin, but she's not winning. And then she brings in the Iron Fist, a man whose fist is like iron, and she tells him to stand down. She could easily win this fight if she enlisted Danny's help, but she's like, no, I'm telling you to stand down. She tells him that this is her fight. You know, she's looking at Danny, she's like, this is your fight, I'm ordering you. And of course, Choshin, he hits her with a shadow at midnight kick. I love it, and it's so dumb. And he's like, never take your eyes off the opponent, you dumb bitch. That's what it says. It says that specifically. So she tells him to go get the Book of the Iron Fist. He runs off, he goes and gets it. And then we're back to the Rat of 12 Plagues and Sabretooth. This book has so much good fight choreography. Like, I feel like that's the thing lacking in some comics, is just to do punches and then we're done. But we're seeing the Rat's getting some scratches in, because he's got long, gross nails. Sabretooth is throwing him. Gets this really good dig. And then look at the weight of this. You can feel Sabretooth lunging and the Rat of 12 Plagues just trying to get out of the way. And the Rat is talking shit. He's like, anything you can do to me, I've already experienced 1,000-fold. Which makes me wonder, like, how old is this guy? They fight a little bit more, and he's like, we'll see about that, Rat Boy. We'll see. Gotta skip some pages even though I don't want to. Danny gets the Book of the Iron Fist. And Choshin is like, oh, your Iron Fist ran away. The leader of Kunlun has run away. Even though she ordered him to. It's like, dude, come on. Oh, I wanted to point this out. The Rat of 12 Plagues, he's got a rat skull belt. Because look, when your name is Rat of 12 Plagues, you need all the accessories you can get to distract from this. To distract from the plague face you're constantly sporting, you need something. And plus, when you're a Rat of 12 Plagues, you're poor. I'm sorry, you're just poor. You just have to be poor. You got plague in your name, you're poor. That's nobody's fault. I don't know how you were made, but you had to have known you were taking what's going to be more beneficial in my life. Being the Rat of 12 Plagues and all the power that allows. Having some money in a bank. He made the choice, and so all the rats he eats, he's like, I have to accessorize, because the dating scene is hard, so he puts all the rats he eats skulls on his belt. It's just like that kind of detail is like, gross, can you imagine? Ugh. And it ends with this shot right here of the Sparrow and Choshin still going at it. It says, you did not realize how sorry. That all changes now. So they're still fighting. This comic was super dope. I feel like Iron Fist has been like untainted by what's going on at Marvel right now. Definitely go get this, because I skipped a lot of the, like, there's a lot of good dialogue in this. A lot of good fight scenes. If you draw, you can definitely learn some stuff from this. It's just good.